If you can hear the sound of my voice, it's not your conscience. This is the Entry Podcast. We're about to go live in a minute. Just got you guys in the green room with me while the boys are, you know, getting ready. So, welcome, welcome. Looking forward to talking today. Got a special guest in here. You guys will see. Oh, I don't know what I did that for. All right, here we go. What you guys think about the logo? Should I change it? I think we like this logo here. If not, let me know what you think in the comments. Change it, not change it, keep it. I don't know. Either way. I don't like radio silence. So I'm going to keep talking on the Quarter Inch podcast. Oh, I forgot you guys can see all that stuff I'm doing there. Oh, well, whatever. We're not perfect yet. Eventually we'll get there. Here we go. My co host, Smack, is taking forever. Come on, Smack. Bring me into the room. Bowie! Beep, boop, bop. What's up, Bowie? Welcome, welcome. We're waiting for Smack to bring me into the into our room. There we go. Yes, dominating race weekend, F1 and NASCAR. I think that's what I put on the title. There we go. Now we're live. Man, I gotta do this a little bit better next time. But you guys like my voice, right? Just sit here and listen to my voice while we wait for us to come into the. There it goes.
Hello.
Hey, there
Hey,
goes the
late
voice,
man, what's going on? What's going on?
and we're live. Oh, that's not nice, Bowie. Bowie said smack should get smacked. He took too long to bring you into the room.
Hey, I know, right? I realized I
Hey,
forgot to make the banner for the which I made all the banners, but forgot to make the ones for the actual episode.
it's all right. We're not perfect here yet. We gonna get there.
What's going on, everyone? How was everybody's weekend? Hopefully, it was a great one. It was Labor Day, so hopefully everybody was able to have off and enjoy themselves a little bit.
Listen, my weekend was amazing. I just want to show this off real quick. I went. If y'all can y'all see that a little bit?
Hall of Fame.
I went to the NASCAR Hall of Fame. All right.
Oh, you went,
I
but
had a
did
I
you
had an
did you did
awesome
you
ass
tell them about
weekend.
my $15?
I'm just saying what. Oh, I forgot to talk about your mug.
The
I'm
mug.
so sorry. I
He
forgot
said
about
you're
the
in the
mug.
NASCAR Hall of
I'm
Fame.
so
I
sorry.
went.
Pull the replay. He said he was going to too.
Yeah, I did. I really
No,
did.
you tell us. He tells the podcast that he went, but he didn't tell me. So I just
I'm
want to know.
so sorry. I forgot to mention it. I
Sad,
apologize. I hope you
sad
still love me.
time,
I'm sorry.
sad times we live in right now, ladies and gentlemen. Sad times.
It was a great time though. I didn't get on the simulator this time because I mean I have one right here.
I
But
was
you
about to
know,
say, I know that joint was Pat. It wasn't Pat.
it was a little busy. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Oh, that's right. Boy went to the Tail of the Dragon. I
Who?
want to go to the Tail of the Dragon. Tail of the Dragon. It's these we'll call it twisty windy roads in Tennessee that a lot of people
Uh,
take their sports cars to and motorcycles to and go do some like toge. We'll call it
you
toge
took you
racing.
took the vet.
I'm pretty. You take the vet, Bowie. Let's see what he says. But man, yeah, that's like 2 hours from here. But yeah, I was supposed to go and do that with him this weekend, but family came over, so I did other things. Went, looked at NASCAR things, like a cool guy.
How did the kids like it?
Kylo loved it. He loved it. I'll go every time I get a chance to. Matt, you been before?
I have not been. It's on my list of things to go to.
Oh man, yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, we gotta welcome our special guest, Matthew Pavlik.
Yes,
Pavatak Gaming in the house.
What up?
yes.
What up?
Yeah, yeah. This man right here is a NASCAR savant, like you call it. NASCAR savant.
I like to think of myself as one. Yeah.
You know?
And
Yeah,
then
man.
we have all that. Let's get straight into this great weekend of racing. You had F1 to
Yep.
start. We're gonna start off with F1, even though F1 just happened yesterday. But
Mhm.
we're going to start off with F1 and go and get the very fast cars out the way before we get into the stock car racing.
We're primarily starting with F1 because I got my sports car wheel on, and I don't feel like changing it yet. So,
Oh, I see.
Max Verstappen hat too.
uh,
We can go ahead and start off with that.
yeah.
What y'all thought about that race? We got
Um,
Piastri starting on the pole.
I mean, for right now, I guess in the Piastri Lando battle, I'm Team Piastri, so I was happy to see him on pole. I can't complain about that one. Um, it's a
I
really
wasn't
tight
a
battle.
fan of either. I mean, I prefer Ferrari to get the W.
Of course, Team
So
Ferrari.
anything other than Ferrari being on pole. Now, granted,
Listen,
it wasn't the other guy, so I'm not gonna say his name, but so I'm happy. It wasn't the other guy.
listen. I'm being realistic right now. Ferrari, we lucked into one sprint race win and one regular race win, but we don't have the pace this year for it.
Definitely not.
So, I mean, I'm being realistic. It's coming down to McLaren. So it's either your team Piastri or team Norris. And I'm
Yep.
picking
So you
Piastri.
you got to pick one, right?
You got to.
I
So
don't know who I'm picking those two yet. I can't say. Obviously, we know who Matt is going for.
yeah. It's kind of
I
obvious who
mean,
Matt's going for there. Yeah.
y'all can see.
Speaking of which, she had a really really good move into turn 3 in that race. So I'll give that to him. I forgot who he dove on, but it was. I was like, all right, Max, I'll clap it up for you as my relationship with Max goes up and down, but that was a good move
Speaking
there.
speaking of Ferrari, Kyle and I's favorite started off the race early with issues.
Oh yeah, let's not
Unfortunately, we have to get into it.
talk about the double DNF there. That
Double DNF.
double DNF hurt. Um,
And they were like right back to back from each other too. They
man,
weren't far
right,
apart.
right.
Yes, it was like he said,
Oh
"Oh, you thought we were finished?"
yeah, yeah. That's like what Meek Mill. Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished. Yeah,
Hands down, Slim. Long
nah,
days
man.
is not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was frustrating because Lewis doesn't make many mistakes. And that turn that I think that's what turn 3 or 4, the bank turn.
I think it's
All he
three.
did, all he did was
Make
just
it
yeah,
wide.
it's turn 3. He got up onto the painted surface in a light drizzle, but they're
Mhm.
on worn slick tires. Because you saw he got loose, like he got loose, he caught it, but the wall happened to just come out just if it was back 1 more inch, he wouldn't have broken his right front suspension.
He hit that joint. It was
He,
like them joints is like I'm trying to tell you. Once you hit them, you just go and get out the car. Go and get out.
I mean, he had to.
Anybody who does not know about F1, the difference between that and NASCAR, the hits. No,
I
you
mean,
put a little duct tape or whatever and keep it pushing on NASCAR. You something happening in F1, just go and get out the car. Just go and get
listen, it's open wheel versus closed cockpit car in general. That's what I was saying. I think I was telling Matt earlier. I was telling somebody earlier. That's why
Mhm.
Formula scares me. If the Formula license in iRacing, there's open cockpit in general because you see the suspension right there. It's
Yeah.
so delicate. Like there's no give on it.
For that to be
Yep.
a million plus car, I mean, dang.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, like you said, you had him, and then you had his teammate who has been doing better than him. And we wanted LH to come back, and you spoke on it, Cal, about how LH usually comes back with a
With a
good,
vengeance.
pace. Yes, after the summer, and he his own issues. I don't know, like you said, it was worn tires, so and with the light drizzle, because when it started, they was like in 12 minutes it's supposed to rain. So like as soon
Hmm.
as it started, they was like, hey, in 12 minutes it's gonna rain. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, so trying to figure out does the strategy change or like
I
what was their thing going into knowing that?
so what happens is you have Leclerc, right? So with F1 in general, F1 gives the leading car preferential treatment when it comes to pit strategy, right? So since Leclerc was in front, he was able to get the first pit stop when it came to you know the the I guess the weather change, right?
Mhm.
So Leclerc got the pit stop. Lewis had to go around for another lap, and he just happened to you know not miss his breaking point, but sometimes the guys that go a little bit higher up on the banking, but that banking happens to be painted. And it wasn't it wasn't a torrential downpour in a lot of parts of the track, but in turn 3 happened to rain a little bit more. And again, slick tires taking that line, and the problem is when you first get there, you already kind of know what your line's going to be. It's like, oh crap, I need to adjust. I got worn slicks,
Too late.
and I mean,
Hmm.
like I said, the
Also,
wall.
we definitely have seen that, Matt, in NASCAR. How everything will be good till you go into that one turn, and it's
Yeah,
in the downpours more. And obviously, with their tires a lot different. You don't have rain tires unless you're going to Chicago street course or something. You should.
Right.
you know,
So, do they like? Okay, when they know it's raining, can they come in and say, okay, put on the rain tire? Is it how is the process when it comes to that? When it comes to Formula One?
they just make the call. Oh, it's raining. Come get tires. Or the rain's about to hit in 2 minutes. Let's try and be the first car out on rain tires so we can make up this pace at a time with the whole undercut situation. And the thing about it is, man, I'm pretty sure you've heard this before, but Ferrari's gonna Ferrari.
Yep. Oh, 100%.
You know, and the worst part about it is Leclerc said, "You guys did not need to pit me when you guys pitted me, because had that not happened, he would have not been in position to get taken out by Kimi."
Yep. He
Yes.
said his tires still felt totally
Ugh,
fine.
it
And my favorite part of it all was
yeah.
how he just refused to go back to the garage. He just sat up on that hill, was like, I'm going to watch the rest of this race.
No, so that's because the way Zandvoort's built is where he was at, there's no place to get back to the garage from there. Yeah, so he's like stuck.
I did not realize that.
Yeah,
Me
so
neither.
I was explaining to my father-in-law because he saw the cranes and he's like, "Why do they have cranes there?" I'm like, "So you pick up the car from the track, and just put it away so it's easier." And so what happens if you just have I want to call it a Lowry, a pickup truck, not pickup truck, you know what I'm talking about, the
Yeah.
flatbeds, just drive it
Yep.
around.
Hmm.
But I'm like, that track was built in the 60s, so there's not many areas that you can just get back to the pits pretty easily.
Right.
So they're like, just pick it up, put it over here, and teams will get it back later.
So speaking on Kimmy hitting him,
Hmm.
Kimmy's done pretty decent this for him being a rookie driver. So we have
Yeah.
to give him that. Do you, like I asked you earlier, is it just as a young guy and you being aggressive? Are you being aggressive or is it just a rookie mistake?
um,
Or a little bit of both.
I think it was a rookie mistake more than anything. Andre said that Leclerc was having a whole photo shoot on the top of that hill.
He was
Yeah, he
too.
was.
Hey, gotta do some pastime away, might as
Yeah,
well, right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Something to pass the time. But Kimmy, he's it's a weird dynamic there because not only are you replacing a legend in Lewis Hamilton, you're on the top team of Mercedes, you know? So I wouldn't envy any 17, 18-year-old trying to get into those shoes. And he's doing the best he can to try and live up to the standard which, you know, Lewis left there. So it's like I wouldn't say that Kimmy's being an overly aggressive driver because he's had his spots. I just think that that point in time was a rookie mistake to where he saw a car was out on colder tires. This is my opportunity right now on a track that's hard to pass. Let me take it because it was a good move. It's just he throttled up too early on exit.
Now, here's a question is kind
Hmm.
of going off that point is, has there ever been a rookie that has filled such shoes? Like, because even Max or
Hmm.
typically you see guys come in at the smaller teams and work their way up. Has there ever been someone that's at 18 started first F1 ride being at Mercedes, one of the top three? You could argue.
I don't think going back in the Rolodex in my head, trying to think of any rookies that have like really jumped into the spotlight like that. Because like you said, Max was at Toro Rosso when he first started.
Right.
Um, you know, Lando didn't really fill any big shoes when he got to McLaren. I mean,
Right.
technically, I guess you could say he filled Fernando Alonso, but he was underperforming at the time, so there was really nothing there.
Right.
When Schumacher left, Kimi Räikkönen replaced him. So no, I can't really think of any rookies who have jumped into such a um frontline team, a front running team, and
Right.
replacing such a big legend. You just right off the bat. Other than okay, um, when Senna died, David Coulthard. I think David
Hmm.
Coulthard replaced him at the time. But I think was that his first time racing or was he in his second year? He was Williams' test driver at the time, but he also wasn't 18. He was in his 20s.
Okay.
So
So I mean that's probably the closest comparison you can get there, though.
yeah, Yeah, and I mean that's way more tragic than this, obviously.
Right.
But I mean, yeah, it's the thing about it is Kimmy wasn't like I said, Coulthard was Williams' test driver. Kimmy is a kid who just finished high school at the beginning of the year
Yeah.
and just graduated from F2. So he's like fresh.
Yeah,
Right.
so I guess you have to. He's just learning. Like I said, he's learning in a $1 million+ car. So
You got to give him grace.
yeah,
Right.
If it's the thing is F1's such a cutthroat sport is you can't really give too much grace. Because I mean, shoot, look at what happened last month. They were trying to use Max's exit clause to try and get
George
Ma-
out.
George or Kimi. They weren't even sure who they're going to get out. They were just trying
Yeah.
to get Max over there.
Right.
So Ferrari might lose second. So if Kimi, yeah,
what's your
yeah, that's
opinion
true.
on that? Shout out to Joe in the
Yeah,
chat.
thank you, Joe, for that. And yeah, Ferrari could lose second place in the constructors, and it's one thing that's very curious, especially now that Lewis is dealing with the penalty going into next week's race at Monza, which doesn't make any sense to me because like the man got a penalty. He crashed out the race. No, sorry, he was under investigation, crashed out the race, and they said, "How about we just give you the penalty for next race?" Which was going too fast under double yellows on a formation lap by I think not maybe a couple tenths of a mile per hour.
Yeah, you'd think it still they would just hit him with it same race, even though he was last place. Like that's just the way the cookie crumbles, kind of thing.
I guess if he hadn't crashed that, he would try to give him like a 10-second penalty, but they're like, I don't know. I don't think it was warranted. Man crashed out the race. They're going they're going to Monza. Ferrari's home race
Yeah.
next week.
They
But
got to get some get back soon. Like,
they won it last year, so I'm
I
I'm
mean,
really curious to see what's going to happen this year. They're not showing the speed.
Speaking of penalties, the funniest part of the F1 weekend was the Carlos Sainz penalty and his reaction to
Oh, that was a
it.
dumb penalty.
I don't disagree.
That was not
I
on
couldn't. I was
signs at all.
shocked when I saw it popped up that it was a penalty on him.
Yes, 1000%, 1000%. Who is it? He came to blows with again?
Oh gosh. Was it Williams? No.
He drives for Williams.
Yeah. No. I'm trying to think. Who was it? It was
Oh
one of
man.
the Racing Bulls drivers.
Oh, it was Liam Lawson.
Lawson. Yep.
Yes,
Lawson.
Liam Lawson should have gotten that penalty because
Yeah.
Signs was not in the wrong there. That's why when when they were like, "Hey, Carlos, you got a 10-second penalty," he's like, "Who, me?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Wait, what? I got the
blasphemy.
This is
What?
not right.
Try that again.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny.
Other issues that arose in F1.
Um, yeah. Going towards the end of the race. Really unfortunate for the points championship, but Lando's Norris decided to leave chat early. With what, like I think 7 laps ago, 8 laps ago, and
Something like that.
All that
and
smoke was not good. He said
it
he felt like
was
it felt like if something was burning. He smelled it.
Mercedes
Yeah.
is having weird engine problems this year because McLaren used Mercedes engines, and I want to say this
That's just the
is
craziest thing to be like, all right, we have a Mercedes team, but guess what?
We're gonna
We're
supply
gonna
your
race with
engine.
McLaren, but you got a great engine. So
McLaren doesn't want
bring
to
that
build their
over.
own engine. Like
Is
let's what do you say,
I
Matt?
was gonna say, but that's coming soon, isn't it? With the new the rule changes, where they're gonna have to supply their own engine.
No. They're actually still gonna do that. You're still gonna have your main teams who are gonna be make their engines and then lease them out to other teams. McLaren's sticking with Mercedes. I think Mercedes is actually about to start supplying Alpine next year. Alpine, Renault, because Renault can't build an engine worth a damn.
So it's like, I guess for those who don't know, these things happen in racing, right? But it's like, how bad do I feel that McLaren's doing better than me and they're using my engine?
That's something they always talk about is when you have the customer team beating the works
I'm
team.
like, time out. I got to raise the price on y'all. Y'all just not going to beat me. I'm raising the price on your engine, something.
Yeah.
The next engine you buy from me is going to cost you. Oh, you won a championship, right? You got the money. Pay it. Need that.
You guys get the ones that didn't pass quality assurance next time.
Yeah, Andre brought up a good point in chat. He said that McLaren has never built their own engine, even road cars, which is
Oh
true.
wow.
Yeah,
Do you
I,
do y'all know why though? Is that like a
It's just something that they do. They're like, hey, we build really good bodied cars, and we just need a powerful engine. Like the McLaren F1 is a BMW V12.
So why don't Mercedes turn around and be like, all right, they're beating us with our engine. Granted, I mean, they tweak it to whatever, but I'm like, the engine is the engine.
Hmm.
Why don't we follow some type of blueprint of car style something so we can be better competitors?
Bro, that is the never-ending battle in F1 is
Yep.
car development. That is literally all car development is. That's why Mercedes was dominant for 9 years because they
Yep.
were just able to overdevelop a car. And then before that, Red Bull was dominant because they had the god Adrian Newey developing their cars with amazing drivers. So it's literally like that's why anytime an F1 car crashes, you see the photographers all over that car, undercarriage, trying to take pictures of literally everything. There's a really
Or
good picture. Huh?
you'll see like Adrian Newey used to walk around the grid pre-race and like just
Yes.
check out cars and kind of see what's going on there.
Exactly. Yes, Mac.
That's
That's what they do. It's innovation to the extreme in F1. Always trying to find the little what's it called? The little advantages.
Yep.
so after Norris, obviously because McLaren wanted that 1-2, and they probably would have had it if Norris
Oh yeah.
didn't have that. I mean, obviously, unless he overdrives the car, but
Yeah.
I don't see that happening. So
No. No.
Unless Lando likes to battle his own teammate a little rough, but
We've seen that before, but
yeah,
it's
yeah, we have seen that this season. So
yeah.
it's like, but it seems like Piastri was able to check every box there was
Yep.
from being pole,
Mhm.
fastest lap,
Mhm.
and leading the whole race.
Every single lap.
And
Yep.
that led it to him
Call
getting the
that
W.
grand slam for Piastri. And I say the worst part about it for Lando is Lando was already trailing by 7 points. And Piastri just hit a grand slam to extend his lead now to 33 points.
So
He has a
you
whole
do
race
everything
lead
to
now.
get 33 points.
but here's
No,
the
he gets
question:
26.
is there any concern with maybe some of Oscar's engines blowing up in the near future, considering they're probably about the same wear on them at this point in the year?
We're gonna have to wait and see on that one because, and this is gonna hurt my whole soul to talk about this one. But if you go back to 2016, Mercedes, Hamilton versus Rosberg. Hamilton, I think, had 4 DNFs this year. 3 were engine failures. Rosberg didn't have any,
Wow.
and Rosberg won the title, I think, by like a couple points.
So is it the
So
driver?
no, it's not the driver. It's just luck of the
No.
draw.
Okay.
Luck of the draw. Because I mean, these guys drive these cars down. These are basically human computers. Like they drive these things to the T. Um, and oh yeah, good point. Also, Andre, he's saying that they're getting new engines from Monza because in F1 now you're only supposed to have the engines. I want to say for I think 3 or 4 races each. I think you're given like 5 engines for the whole season.
Yep,
So you gotta like
you
make
are.
them like last.
And you get
So
like that's not just engines, that's like all of their parts too, like
yes,
their like ERS system and things like
So
that.
if
exactly.
they wreck a car and the joint is wrecked, that's just one engine gone already.
You could possibly save the engine if the engine's not damaged. You know,
But I'm saying if you wanted them wrecks, it's just
or it's written
Yeah.
off. Yeah, yeah, no, that's it.
so you can cross
You
one of
can
those off.
you
Mhm.
can get more engines, it's just gonna be a grid penalty at
Exactly.
the next race
Okay.
start.
Yeah, you get a grid penalty depending on what the
Did not
piece
know that.
is. You get a penalty. You know, you get a penalty for an extra like Matt said, ERS system, an extra turbocharger.
Yep.
Like you're only allowed certain stuff. But with Zandvoort not being a power track, McLaren might have been like, well, we have one of these older engines in the back that's only done 3 races.
Right.
Let's just use this. Let's use this engine because again, it's not a power track. But now everyone going to Monza, you need speed. So
Hmm.
everyone's gonna get a new damn engine, or at least an engine with maybe 1 race on it for this race coming up.
Yep.
So
So
with Monza coming up next, that's Ferrari's track. What are your
I think timeout. I think we have to give Isaac Hajar congrats on his first.
Oh
podium.
yes.
Can't forget about that.
He definitely got a podium. Now, granted, would he have gotten that if certain things didn't arise? We don't know. And
Who ca-
if it was a
who
fifth, we'd all be
cares?
drunk.
A
Who
podium's
We'd
a
be
c-
podium.
sober.
a podium's a
Hey,
podium. Shout out to Isaac Hajar.
however how you get it. Yes,
Hey,
definitely want to give a shout out to him. I had him in my notes and I totally forgot to.
Nope,
Thanks
all
for that,
good.
Matt. Thanks for
he's team LH44 all the way.
that.
It's crazy because he's a Red Bull Junior and he's like the biggest Lewis Hamilton fan next to me, of course. But I'm just saying, but like no, but
That's
it's
definitely
really
got to give it up to for
no.
him getting that was his first one too. So
That's his
Yeah.
first podium. It's great to see, and that kid, I feel for him because he's performing really well at the junior team. That Red Bull is like, do you want to come drive with us? And he's like, no, please God, leave me at the Racing Bulls.
I
I
don't
don't
blame
want
him.
I don't want to go to you guys. But I to be honest, I think if he would go next year, would probably be the best year to do it. Christian Horner's gone,
Hmm.
brand new car, brand new engine. They're starting from zero, so they
Yeah.
can't build the car towards max. And develop the car towards Max as Christian's done throughout the years. We built the car towards Sebastian and towards Max. This is going to start over. Lauren Mecky's is a little more even. You see how he's been running the junior team forever. So I think if there's a year for Isaac to go, it would be 2026.
Yes. I think going before then though would just be kind of career suicide, kind of like Yuki and
Yep,
and Liam have kind of seen.
yep, 1000% agree with that. So
But
yeah,
moving
look,
on to Monza.
yes.
yeah, yeah,
What do you think
Monza.
about that?
I'm Ferrari's not going to be strong. It
Ferrari
hurts
Like
my
being
you want to
Ferrari, that's what's
say it
gonna
as a
happen.
fan of them, but I think you're being real. Hey, we gotta be realistic.
to be honest with you. Like Andre said just now in chat, Lando's getting a new engine. I'm pretty sure Oscar's getting a new engine. I'm It's gonna be hard for me to not see a McLaren 1-2.
Yep.
Third place, probably Charles, because Lewis is gonna have a 5 spot grid penalty. So I can't see Lewis coming up from at even if he gets pole, he's gonna be in six.
Yeah.
One thing I don't like about
And
Formula
so,
Now
huh?
I'm right there with you, Smack. Is
So
that
sorry. I
there's no
don't
passing?
like that. Like I'm
No.
like I need like you might get that first turn.
Mhm.
Whoever takes it. Oh, they're
Mhm.
coming around the first turn. He squeezed him and he overtakes. And now that guy's going on to win the race. I'm like, you gotta watch the ballot in the back. We don't care nothing about the front. You gotta watch nothing
Amen.
about the back. That's where
Yeah.
all the passing at. First, ain't happening.
Yeah.
Yep.
I get it. I get it. I just I can't
That's the only thing I don't like about Formula One. I'm like, yo, when I started watching about 2 years ago, and Andre and Kyle will break it down. I was like, qualifying, okay, sure. What? It doesn't matter. He's like, no, this ain't NASCAR. No, qualifying matters.
listen.
Yeah.
Listen. I have a problem. I don't sorry. I don't I have a problem not seeing it being a McLaren 1-2
Oh,
when it comes to
100%.
this
I
one.
I think it's McLaren's race to lose,
The
really.
championship to lose. Yeah,
Also that.
yeah. They could probably win the championship in the next two races. To be honest with you, they have such a big
Hmm.
lead. So I don't know. It. I think like I said, third place is either going to be Max or Charles.
You know who I'm rooting for?
Yeah, I do.
Actually, I mean, both of those guys are my two favorite drivers, so I would be happy either way.
Yeah, I like Charles. I can't be upset with that one. I mean,
I like Charles, but I prefer
yeah, yeah. I would love to see Lewis win. In his first home race, but that's I can't foresee that happening. Um, but what I was gonna say, you guys are talking about how in F1, the leader, he scoots away, and that's what it is.
LH.
But that's what it comes back to the development I'm telling you about, Smack. These guys, the engineers, they develop these cars on purpose. I want my car to go amazingly through the air, right? But I want it to throw off as much dirty air as possible, so I don't want people following me. So that's just all the development is with these cars. Kind of like in NASCAR, we'll get to that later, but the same thing in NASCAR to where you have the dirty air coming off the diffuser and they can't follow. That's why F1 has a new car coming out next year that's trying to negate all of that.
It'll
So
be
the racing
interesting to
should
see.
be able to get better. What's up, Matt?
So it should be interesting to see.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It should. It should. I think next year is going to be very interesting, especially the fact that they're going to be having what's it called? The energy usage system is now going to
Yeah.
be 50% of their power.
Yeah.
So they're going to have way more horsepower, way more energy to using these cars. It's going to be pretty interesting.
All right, now then with Formula One, moving on to
Oh,
NASCAR Labor Day weekend, starting from Friday.
Oh yeah, hold on.
gotta change the
We
hat.
gotta change the hat. We gotta
Oh,
change
time
the
out!
wheels.
Whoa,
Hold
whoa,
on.
Gotta
time out!
change the hat.
Yeah. Hey Marty, thank you for the he's saying it's great to check out the streaming podcast. Thank you for the shout out.
Shout out to Marty.
Um he
Everybody
said that
watching right now.
you guys are a little low. Oh, that's just me. I think I'll change that.
Is
My
it
bad.
me? I'm about to
No,
say,
that's me. I'll turn you guys up. That's my fault. Like we're not pros here yet. We're working on it.
working on it.
Hopefully that's better. But yeah. So moving on to NASCAR now, we got the hat change and the wheel change.
Yes, sir.
And the truck started it out going to Darlington. Now, mind you, it is playoffs.
Yep.
And even though you asked me, and he's not my number one favorite driver, but who's to say the guy to me, if we were doing the system where who's the best driver at the end of the season,
Mm-hmm.
this guy, Corey Heim.
Yeah.
Can I be honest too? As awful as this sounds, because I love Corey Heim.
Uh-oh.
I'm
Uh-oh.
kind of rooting that he doesn't win the championship so that we
like
can
this.
get the format changed finally, man.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, people felt that way with Larson in.
Hold on. What are you gonna change the format to?
I would do something either like a 10 race chase or even having 2 rounds extra in the final round, 2 races extra.
Okay. See, okay, I 1000% agree with that. I like the playoffs, and I liked how it was before when they first started with the 10 round championship. But
Mhm.
I feel like because you have 3 races in round 1, round 2, round 3. Why
Right.
the hell is round 4 a one-off college football style national championship bullshit? We need to have
Amen.
3 races. So you make it, and I mean, I'm going to get a little analytical here. We have 36 races in the season. We make the last 12 races of the season, the playoffs, the last third. Okay, so we got to perform the first 2/3 of the season.
Right.
That's how it should be. I don't like this arbitrary, 26 races, 10 races to the end, 1 race championship, because then you have people like Logano winning.
Right. Or you
I,
or you get like an engine blown from
Tell him
Corey
how you
Heim.
really feel.
Try not to manifest this, but engine failure Corey Heim, and you're gonna look back and be like, how the heck did that dude not win the championship?
exactly. NASCAR needs to change. You know what? My tweeting to iRacing worked. I'm gonna start tweeting NASCAR too. Let's say y'all
Hey,
need to change this.
I think NASCAR they got the simple. They listen to a certain amount of people. They listen.
Uh,
It's gonna take. So I don't know. Like I mean, obviously, it would have to. Like I mean, because then you gotta say the same thing about Connor Zillage, how great he's been. So it's like when you have these people win. Like I said, Larson, what was it, a year ago? People felt like Larson didn't win, Logano won, right? And so it's like, but he was the better. And even Chase Elliott, your favorite driver, he said, "Let's go back to old school."
what's funny is I don't know if you guys follow on Twitter. There's this page Winston. I think it's Winston Cup Points, where he has basically like the points, the champion from every year based on the old thing.
Yeah.
And I saw Chase still won a title in 2022.
See,
So
I had to say though, with a grain of salt, that's not super relevant because teams don't race for those points the same way that they did back
that's
then.
super
So,
fair. Yeah,
so
that's
if,
fair.
if it was a different system, then it'd be like, well, would Chase really have gotten those same points because people would have had a little bit different strategy.
That's true.
But yeah, no, that page is fun
It is.
sometimes.
Yeah, I like
All right.
the old graphics and all that.
Mhm.
So going into the Friday, the race at Darlington, right?
Hmm.
We have Lane Riggs on pole.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Lane Riggs. I feel like he drives kind of dirty. I'm not gonna lie to
So,
you.
Talk about it. Why don't you like the man?
He's a dirt.
You don't like Logano.
he's
You
not
don't like Austin Hill.
he's like Austin Hill but in trucks. He's like Austin Hill but in trucks. He just seems like such a dirty driver.
Yeah.
I feel bad to say it, but yeah, thank you, Matt. Just like I don't know. I just
So when it comes to people being a dirty driver, Matt, you've been watching NASCAR for a long time. How do you feel about that being a personality of that? It's almost like basketball, right? I watch basketball, so it's like if it's a person, say you got like Draymond Green, right?
Yeah.
Some people consider him a dirty player. Some people just like he's like a Dennis Rodman from back
Right.
in the 90s. But some people like that.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that translating when it comes to stock car racing?
I think it's good for the sport. I don't love it. Like growing up, I hated Tony Stewart because he was a dirty driver. I absolutely despised the man. Now as an adult, he's chilled out. I'm like, I kind of like Tony Stewart and as a current person,
But he's
but
chilled
Yeah.
out though.
he's chilled out so much. He's gone, but he said he regrets some of the stuff he's done and said. And to me, that's the biggest thing. But I think it's great for the sport. I think it's needed because you need the people to root against. I hate it as a fan. I mean, I hate it as a fan. Like I'm not gonna be a fan of it type thing.
Hmm.
So that's kind of where I stand on it. But without that, then you don't have a villain to cheer against. Like if you see somebody get spun out, you see Lane Riggs get spun out, you're like, let's go. Lane Riggs just got spun out. Where if you liked everybody, you're like, oh man, he just got spun out, and it kind of dampens the race mood a little bit.
That's how I
It's
feel
like
about Austin Hill and
what we
Logano.
spoke last week with Logano. Everybody was what you say, Kyle. Everybody
I
was
was cheering too. I was cheering too. I'm not gonna lie to you. When Logano gets spun out, when Hill gets spun out, I'm cheering. But
Austin
I
Hill,
did feel bad for
I
what?
don't know an Austin Hill fan to save my life.
I don't either,
go to Georgia. They out there.
unfortunately.
The Georgia boy gets it done at the Super Speedway. So
That
Yeah,
guy.
he does. He does.
yeah,
but
Riggs on pole.
Yeah.
After that, we have issues early for playoff drivers.
Yeah. Yeah. Chandler Smith, he looks pretty strong at first until his right front blew.
Now,
You had
speaking of right front, how many people had right front issues?
Chandler Smith, Caden Honeycutt, Matt Crafton, Matt Mills, and Ty Majeski, all right front tires blowing.
Bad,
That's
bad situation.
like I said,
That
I
Spring Bristol a couple years ago.
Spring Bristol a couple years ago. What is it? Indianapolis in what was that? 2010 or something like that when they only ran 10 laps because they had to keep changing tires. Like
Hmm.
I was like, what is going on with this right front tire, guys?
Yeah, and like
So
which goes into the wall and creates damage. What's his name?
Chandler Smith,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, he hit the wall so hard that he was out the race.
How
Car
much
was
do you guys? How much do you think the right front is an issue of drivers just not knowing how to conserve their tires nowadays because of how little the wear is?
I think with that one, I think it's more on the crew chief
Okay,
because these guys are trying to get such an advantage. They're running those
Yeah.
tires really,
Real
really
low.
low.
true. Yep.
So they're like debeating, I guess is the term I'm looking for.
Yep.
I guess
They're
you also living on a prayer like Bon Jovi, like you're hoping, okay, it sticks enough where, like you said, you're planning for that advantage early. It
Mhm.
just
Yeah. And then it comes up to the temperatures because you want to get to the temperature you need to get it to later because they're leaning on those right fronts a lot. But yeah,
Mhm.
it's just
I mean, Darlington's also one of those trucks that's unforgiving too. So
Oh, and it's gonna kill their
Darlington's truck.
tires. I mean, it's
oh
gonna
yeah,
absolutely annihilate them.
yeah, running those speeds and that high line because you have to run the high line there usually. But you saw that's how they're conserving their tires is they were backing up the corners and running really lower than I've seen them run in a long time.
Yeah.
Like they were running on the I guess the white line, and I was like, why you guys down there? And I guess it was to conserve the tires in the
Hmm.
corners, which I get. Um, but it was definitely an odd situation to begin with, but it rectified itself later
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
most part.
So right front, stage one.
Hmm.
Corey Heim takes stage one.
As we
That
all
marks
expected.
his number 16 this year. And to what Matt said earlier, Matt, you want to repeat what you said about Corey Heim?
Yeah. Let me pull that back up here. 1 second. So Corey Heim. Corey Heim has now led in each of the first 19 races this year, and he becomes the first driver in Truck Series history to achieve that, which is just crazy.
That young.
Dominant, man.
Sometimes when it's your time, it's your time.
You've seen some greats too, like Kyle Busch was in the Truck Series, like Hocevar started in the Truck Series. I'm not saying Hocevar is on the same level, but
Yeah.
I mean, there's very competitive drivers, so to do that is crazy.
Hopefully, it translates over to the next level. But sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Right. I'm interested to see because he's going. I mean, he's been running with 2311, and so I don't think he's going to go to Xfinity just because that car runs so differently than the Cup car. They say the truck runs a lot closer to the Cup car than the Xfinity car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that before too. Hey Marty, I'm gonna tackle that question when we get to the cup portion because I actually want to ask those guys that. We're on the trucks for right now, but best believe I'm gonna ask that one.
Yeah, I definitely feel that like Kyle said before, Xfinity's probably what people have said is the hardest. It's a driver's car, right?
It
Mhm.
is.
You gotta wheel it. You really
That's
got
why
it
you,
with the.
that's why you see everybody raving about that. Dale Jr. comes back to race Xfinity. He
Yep.
Yeah,
didn't come
he
back to
don't.
race
Oh, and
trucks. He
Martin
didn't come back
Truex
to race
say
Cup.
that.
Yeah,
Martin Truex did the same thing when he retired. He's like, "Hey, that looked fun. I'll come do an Xfinity race."
exactly, because those are drivers' cars.
Yep.
Those cars mimic. I think they're pretty damn close to the Gen 4s.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So,
I
and
really
that's what
couldn't know that.
these guys want. Even the Gen 6 towards the end, because those were
Yeah.
perfect cars. They weren't as safe as the. I mean,
Yeah,
they
that
were
was
pretty
the
safe.
only issue is the safety part, and I think once they made them like the tanks, and the next gen cars were like tanks now, it takes away from whatever else. I don't know the engineering and all of that went into it. That just took away the driving part, but
Right.
they made it safe. But it's a piece of crap car.
We'll get to that later. About trucks right now.
Yeah, but after stage one, what happened, Kyle?
After stage one, we had it was a pretty boring stage two. Lane Riggs just dominated stage two, and then we go into stage three. Stage three is where we had the chaos. Stage three is where you had Lane Riggs during the stage break pit. I don't know why I can't talk properly today.
Oh, it's usually me, so I'm glad
Yeah,
it's you, not me.
I don't know what happened today, but yeah, Lane Riggs had an issue during the stage break pit stop. He dropped to third there, and Corey Heim took the lead. Which I mean, it's either always between Heim or Riggs. Like I feel like no one else ever leads that damn series.
Yeah, it feels like it lately.
Exactly.
Oh,
So
before that,
what's up?
real quick, did y'all hear our boy Raj, crew chief?
Mm-mm.
He was
Oh,
upset.
Bono. Yeah, well, he was yelling at the spotter.
He was yelling at the spot. He said, "Take care of it." He said, "It's just a splitter. He's fine." He said, "No, tell him to take care of it."
Yeah, take care of the damn truck. Watch out on the splitter. Bono was letting the spotter have it because he was trying to just let Raj concentrate.
Right.
So
Yeah, so I definitely like when they let you hear that part of it, so you can hear everything that's going on. Like even from somebody who's not leading a race. And
but,
Raj, this is his second year in a row doing playoffs,
mhm.
getting two. You know, what I'm saying, getting two back-to-back wins in the season and two different seasons. But you know, he even spoke saying that he takes blame for certain ways he was racing and not finishing well. So
Yeah,
at first he did not like the truck, but it seemed like it got better for him as the race went on.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta keep massaging on it. That's the crew chief's job. Keep massaging on the car until you get it to where your driver it feels competitive enough to push. You know?
Right.
And I'll speak more about that when we get to the cup portion, because crew chief said something similar to that. But as stage three comes, none other than same guy.
Mm-hmm.
He wins number 8. This is his 8th win. The record I think is 9 in one season. Can he get to 10?
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah, yeah. I don't see how he couldn't get to 10. I mean,
Unless they put a bounty on him every week, which
Ooh, if they was doing
yeah.
that would be bad.
We got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 6 races left in the season.
Yep.
Bristol, New Hampshire, Charlotte Road Course. They're doing the Roval. He's gonna win the Roval for sure. Talladega, Martinsville, Phoenix. I'd say he's gonna finish with. He's at what 8 right now. I think he's gonna have 10 or 11 wins.
So
He's
he
winning. He's
basically
winning Charlotte for sure.
okay.
I mean, to win the
I might give him
championship, he's gonna need to win Phoenix. Huh?
I'll give him Phoenix.
I'll give him Phoenix. I'm gonna give him Charlotte because look how dominant he is in the. Look at how much he dominated
Yes,
at
yes,
Lime
in the
Rock.
Watkins. Yeah, Lime Rock. Yes.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's
Mm-hmm.
definitely and Watkins.
So
And then I mean New Hampshire or Martinsville. Because Talladega's a toss up. So New
I'll
Hampshire.
give him Martinsville. I don't. New Hampshire is a toss up for me too, and definitely Dega. I just don't have him winning Dega.
Yeah. Dega
Yeah,
is just such a crapshoot.
exactly.
Anybody's
And
race.
the best and the ones who are really doing well during the season usually aren't the guys who win those races.
Nope. Not usually.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
People who aren't really looked at and get new contracts
Yeah.
based on the super speedways.
Amen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
definitely look for somebody who's not really been on the radar, not being in the media like that. I got them winning those all across the board. I don't care if it's Xfinity. Xfinity may be a little different, but definitely Truck and Cup. I'm not going for the main guys when it comes to those super speedways.
Yeah, I get
Yep.
that. I get that.
I mean, Blaney just had it helped him in Daytona. I don't know how, He went from 13th to one in two laps,
That
but
was
he did it.
insane. That was
He did it.
insane. Yeah.
But Corey Haim wins again, mate. He's at number 8, and he's now advancing in the playoffs. He doesn't have to worry about
He's good. I mean, you don't have to worry anyway. Look how many freaking points he had beforehand, and you
it.
carry the points into each round.
Yeah.
Like he could sit out a race and probably still stay at the top of the points. It's insane how many points that man has. Like just get the Phoenix already at this point. We're like
Yeah,
we're only trying
when
to
it's
figure out.
that much, it's like why?
Yeah, we're
Yep.
all we're trying to do right now is figure out who's second, third, and fourth to fight him for the championship.
You were talking about the Winston standings earlier. I would love to see what Corey Haim would be on the old season long standings
We should
here
probably,
because
you know what? Is it,
We
tag him and ask him. I'm pretty sure he'd love to do that.
oh yeah, I will. I might have to.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'd love to see that.
Moving over to Xfinity. Xfinity chose to not go to South Carolina. Instead, they went to the West Coast and decided to do road. So they went to Portland. Now, mind you,
Great track.
Connor Zilic won without even crossing the finish line last week.
Technically, he started the race. So whoever starts the race is able to claim the points. Like Eric Almirola did that for Denny Hamlin back in the
Yeah.
day, and it happens all
Yep.
the time. So,
But for the
leave my
guy
boy
that,
CZ alone.
hey, I'm just saying, Parker Kligerman still can't get an official W for it.
Yeah, that hurt.
And it's no disrespect. I think he's very underrated.
Yeah.
We know the situation that happened with him post
Hey,
inspection.
like we said to Parker,
Heartbreaker.
the streets know. The streets
Hey,
will
yeah.
remember.
Yeah, everybody knows what's real.
There's a reason Dale Jr. asked him personally about that.
If you know, you know.
Exactly. Exactly, Matt. Perfect. Yeah.
So going into Portland, you got Connor Zilic coming
his
back from a gruesome fall.
second race off of a broken collarbone, and it's a road course.
To be young.
Oh,
again.
3 weeks after 3 weeks after breaking your collarbone.
I break my collarbone. Don't holler at me for about 6 months.
Well, I mean, SVG did say that it wasn't that bad. Like he had come back from an injury similar. That it was once they had surgery that it was actually like nothing was wrong. So
Yeah.
'cause he was on Junior's podcast for the call-in after a race, and they were talking about that injury.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. That's what gave me hope. I was like, all right, so he might be okay. And I honestly thought he was going to sit out Daytona, but I guess he needed the points because he's in the regular season's battle. Which, sorry, I just thought about this as well. The regular season battle, he's really close to Allgaier before this race. I think he was 7 points out of Allgaier before this race.
Mm-hmm.
He missed a whole race.
That's
He
nuts.
he didn't get points when Larson took over in Texas. So if he would have finished that race, could you imagine how high he'd be ahead right now? That's insane.
That is insane.
Like
First year full-time driver, and he's doing that with a guy like Justin Allgaier in the series.
the man is a prodigy in whatever damn car he gets into. I love it.
Household name. You heard it here first. He's gonna be the next household name.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
So we're gonna get right into Portland. What do you think about the race?
I love that track. I'm happy that Xfinity goes there. I'd love to see Cup go there because I just think it's a very, very fun, interesting track. All the other series, IndyCar, IMSA went there for a little while too. So if it's NASCAR's MO of wanting to have calamity, because that turn one is chaos every damn time. We'll get into what happened later with that one, but turn one is chaos. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But my only issue, and I know we talked about this behind the scenes, but we'll talk about it now. I don't like the controlled pit stops that they have. Like I don't even like the fact they have it in ARCA. And I get the fact that when Xfinity is a companion series for Cup, that they rent out the Cup pit crews to help them, pit their cars. Totally
Yeah.
understand that. And the fact that, Cup and trucks were over here in South Carolina and Xfinity decided to go to Oregon, they can't be renting people because you can't go back and forth within a couple hours.
Right.
Man, tell them get them daggone.
I just feel like you guys have I mean, okay, I'm not gonna say teams have so much money because some of these teams they're working on a really thin budget. But I feel like there should be a way to have backup pit crew or something leased out to where we're gonna just go over and travel with NASCAR with the Xfinity series.
Right.
So we're not having this ARCA style pit stops. Because for the people who don't understand, a controlled pit stop, I have it right here. It's a 3 minute pit stop, mandatory 3 minute pit stop. Um, all the cars have to pull into the pits first, into their pit stall, and after everyone is in the pits, cars off, then they start pitting the cars. You can't add fuel, and you can't add fuel and tires at the same time. So it's like IMSA style.
Hmm.
Um, and you're not allowed to pit during a green flag to gain an advantage. Or you can
Hmm.
pit if you have an issue, but you can't add fuel.
Mm.
So that's one of the things. But I mean, the stages are short enough that you're not gonna run out of fuel anyways, because they had 3 stages, each 25 laps.
Yeah, about to say it was like 75, 78 laps, something like that. They're
Yeah, it
giving
was
me
it was
out.
it was real short. But regardless, like I don't like the controlled pit stop thing. I just feel like it takes if this is kind of like the whole NASCAR wet tire thing that pisses me off royally as a sports car fan. To where when NASCAR on a road course or on a short track sees it's raining, they throw the yellow flag and say, "Okay, everybody, let's change our tires now. You have the world's greatest damn drivers in it. Let the crew chiefs work the strategy. Let them figure out when they want to change their tires. Like I don't
I
need you
agree.
guys holding people's hands."
I agree, but then you also see like those cars with slicks on even the slightest wet surface. I mean, unless they use a different slick for road racing, which they might, but I mean, those things, it's like they're on ice. Like there is absolutely zero grip, at least on ovals.
Yeah,
So I kind of see that from the safety standpoint, why they're like, okay, there's a little bit of rain, we're changing tires now. But I do agree. I think that would add an extra strategy to mention, like who can read the radar better, who can
exactly.
predict the track better. So I definitely see both sides of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Got a Joe in the chat says he had fun at Portland. Asked him, did he go there? He said he'd love to see Cup Series. He's in Portland. He said Portland needs upgrades though.
It does. Yeah, Portland definitely needs upgrades to be able to host Cup. That's one of the things is they can host IndyCar, they can host Xfinity and Truck, but they definitely need upgrades for Cup because the Cup I won't call it the Cup circus, but the people that that's just bringing all that there just it requires a lot.
While we on the subject, real quick, 60 seconds on it. Do you guys? How do you guys feel about how they always talk about when it comes to the clashes and everything, right? At the beginning of the season, they always say, "Oh, for the tracks that want NASCAR to come there, right?" Now, granted, they already have trucks there, but to get Cup there, how do y'all feel about all these different tracks now being repaved and everything so they can have NASCAR come there more often? Do you care for them, or some tracks just need to die out?
I'll never say tracks need to die out. That's kind of where I'm at. I also though I think like look at what they did to Iowa, and that repave was absolutely terrible. I mean, they did half the racetrack.
It's so weird.
Um, you do things and then there's other places like Rockingham. Rockingham, it's bumpy. That is the heart and soul of Rockingham. It's called the Rock for a reason. So repaving that would just absolutely change the racing. But then you see other places like Atlanta. The racing in Atlanta was terrible before the repave. They repaved it, and I mean, I don't love the super speedway, and I think it's starting to wear more and more
Mm.
to where it's not a super speedway race anymore.
Yeah,
But
I haven't enjoyed watching the super speedway race. I mean, granted, I like Daytona last weekend, but
But
the
Atlanta's
super
different.
speedways don't give me what I used to get from it.
yeah,
Right. I
And
I what do you say, Swag?
no, go ahead, go ahead.
I it's weird with those things. At least Atlanta had amazing races, for a while. It's like, okay, Texas, they messed up badly.
yes,
Messed that
Texas, I
crap
don't know. They got to
because
fix that.
because
oh yeah,
Texas. I remember back in the day, reminiscing like 2006, 2008, 2009, like back when they had the night races there in the playoffs. Texas and Atlanta had some amazing racing in the Gen 4 cars and even in the
yep,
Gen 5 cars. But they messed up Texas with that repave. And Atlanta, all they had to do was just repave the track the same way they had it before.
yeah.
But they wanted to get cute and make it into a super speedway. God knows why. I don't know. They wanted to flex their whole iRacing thing, but like,
I will say though, the racing at Atlanta, it seems that each time they're there, because they're there twice a year, every time they're there, the weather's more and more where it runs less and less like a super speedway and runs a little bit more like because the handling's important. The tires start to wear,
yes,
and so I think we're
yes,
starting to see Atlanta start to get back into that sweet spot of where it needs to be because that track is aging.
So what that's gonna be like is that's gonna be like a nice little mixture of old Atlanta and
Mm-hmm.
old Daytona. Remember
Yes.
Daytona in
Mm.
'08, the old Daytona in iRacing, to where that thing is slick and it eats your tires up?
Yes.
Yes, that is gonna be fun as hell to
Okay.
watch. I can't wait to see that.
Joe
So like I said,
says there's no garage area, no permanent structure for media, and a small capacity for Portland.
for Portland,
Yeah.
yeah, they gotta invest a lot of money into that one for sure. And I saw what else he said about Texas. Yeah, Texas got ruined. Atlanta's better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I definitely see that. And Rockingham, don't repave that.
Please
I
God, no.
I don't think they
Re,
can. I don't
re,
even think there's a inkling in their mind to do it because I just think when you got the legends of the sport that are still
Mm.
around,
mhm,
they're definitely
And they're doing
like you said, the Rock
weekly
is called
races
the
there.
Rock for a reason. So
right,
it's like I
Right.
think they are pro Rock. Like no,
mhm.
leave it the way it is.
I'm
Right.
just
And
happy
You
they're
God
bringing
touch
it
F
that,
back.
might have
you will
owned that
take a
one.
piece away from
Right, Matt.
NASCAR.
Right. I'm happy they're bringing it back. I am happy they're bringing it back. I like seeing some of these old tracks resurrected.
Okay. Keeping up with the Portland,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
had Zillage dominate the first two stages.
yeah, yeah. He was dominating. Oh, let me run back and just say, um, glad Matty D is okay.
Oh yes, my apologies.
Matty D
Yes,
is okay. Yeah, I just want to run back and say that he's all right because he said that he literally had like fire, like a blaze in the car. He
I
had
think
flames.
about that
He had
every time I
flames.
see it.
He had flames at his feet.
Aren't they
That's always
supposed to
think.
have like a system where like there's a button for
A suppression
an
system.
extinguisher? Yeah, an
We have
extinguisher for putting out fires inside the car.
we have that stuff in our Miata for Champ Car. I don't understand why it
But let's
doesn't
be
have
real.
that for Xfinity unless it didn't work.
That's about
Right.
to say. How many
That'd be my
times have
guess.
we seen the
Yeah,
cool suits go out? Anything go out in the car, the dash goes out. So
But
unfortunately, granted, that should be something that
I
has to
was
be checked.
yeah, I was gonna
Like
say a
this
safety feature
has
like
to
that
work.
yeah,
has to work. Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Why is that not part of the inspection? Now that might need to be inspected
Right.
before they get on the track or whatever the case is. Because I mean, obviously with this type of situation, but with these type of, especially in NASCAR, they don't change it until something like this happens.
Right.
Right.
But the scary part about it that stuck with me is when Matt said that he saw the flames at his feet. He tried getting out the car. His shoelace got caught around one of the pedals.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that is terrifying
How many
because those
times?
aren't
You know how many
just
times that
easy.
happens to me? Like, especially when I was young driving. Like my daggone shoelace would get under the pedal or something like that. I
Yeah,
don't
but
know how many times it's happened.
you have a blaze at your feet.
That is
Right, and
true.
those
That's
are
what I'm saying. So I'm
and
just thinking to myself, that's happened with no fire.
Yeah.
Man,
and those are
your ankle
easy
get
shoes to
tight as
take
a
off too. Those
your
race shoes are not
Exact. Yeah, they're
not
not
easy to get off.
because he also has I don't know, I know Matt, you probably seen it before. I don't know if you've seen it Smack, but they have that foot guard
Hmm.
that they
Mhm.
wear on it, and he showed it in his interview that it was melted.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Oh, but yeah. So yeah, glad Matty D's okay. But yeah, so they were saying before, Connor dominated stage one, stage two, and it was a pretty boring race up until we had a caution with 7 laps to go.
To bring on overtime.
No. Before that, we had the first
Oh,
one.
really?
The first one, yeah, the first one we had to where restart. Um, it was Austin Hill and Connor Zilich.
The way you say, like, if you just look at your face when you say that man's name, like,
I didn't even realize
like
I
I
was doing
gotta say
that.
the name because it's a part of the podcast, but technically, I'd rather say some guy
I
in Connor Zillage.
the 21 car and and Nick Connor Zilich. We're first and second going into turn one, and like I said, NASCAR has a really good setup with the way Portland is because turn one, if you guys haven't seen it, I wish you could pull up a way of it. But in turn one in Portland, if you guys haven't seen it, just look it up. Portland International Raceway. It's insane. It's a literal like if I could, it's like this, literally my hand. Like you go into turn one, you got to come up like this and then make a tight turn and out. So you have 40 cars funneling into whatever it doesn't make any sense.
And you know they're
So
going to jump it 3 wide, 4 wide with how much room you have coming into the corner.
exactly, because it looks like a drag strip that just narrows down into that little, that little area. So Connor's trying to out drag the 21 car. I'm gonna keep saying that. Um, and William Sawalich, he brake hopped, and Connor was able to see him, I guess, out his little monocle mirror that NASCAR cars have, and he decided, all right, I'm not about to get wheel hopped into and mess up my day. So he cut through the little chicane, the Shelton chicane. Thank you, Joe. Yes, the
Joe,
Shelton chicane.
Joe
Um,
a lot
so
about Portland.
what happened?
I said Joe knows a lot about the
Oh
Portland.
yes, shout out to Joe for
Says he
helping me
goes
out with
there for
that one.
IndyCar, motorcycles.
Yeah, he goes there a lot. Okay, yeah. So yeah, the Shelton chicane. He basically, used the little runoff that NASCAR deemed. If you guys are gonna blow this turn, you need to go through this little twisty runoff here. So for that one, I was like, all right, Connor was trying to avoid getting ran over. Totally cool. I get it.
Hmm.
Um, which was crazy because in that same part, he was fighting Justin Allgaier. We know he's trying to fight Justin Allgaier for the regular season point championship.
Mhm.
Allgaier went to that corner, got taken out by his teammate Carson Quapple. That hurts.
Man.
It always sucks when it's your team that you get into a wreck with. I mean,
Yeah,
And it feels
as
like
the
it's always
owner,
the JRM team cars love to take each other out
they
because it's
love to
mind you,
always
win.
they
They love to
started what
yes,
front row. So shout out to Jay started front row. So
they
yep.
love to win. Love to take each other out. So with that being said, we had another issue to where I forgot who it was that spun, but we had another crash. So we had overtime.
Burton.
This
I
is the
think it was
fun,
Burton.
huh?
I think it was Harrison Burton. Or was that soon earlier?
That might have been earlier, I believe.
I think you're right. All right,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. But no, so we had overtime, and this time was just a cluster beep bleep because you had four wide trying to go, not four wide. You had um Quapple and not Quapple, sorry, Zilich and the 21 car again on the front row, and you had Sawalich and I can't remember who was behind the 21 car, but they pushed them to where they were drifting around the last corner going up to the straight. So you had four wide trying to go into turn one, into the Shelton chicane. And Connor made a business decision. He said, I can't make this damn turn, so I'm gonna just go off to this runoff. And after he did that, I think it was first through six all blew that corner.
And then there was a big wreck.
Yeah, there was a big wreck after that. And it's funny because you had Freddie Kraft. He said you guys should just give the win to Carson Quapple because he was the first car to make that corner. Everybody else just said, F it. I'm gonna just blow this turn and see what happens.
So here's a question because we've seen him do it. Oh, NASCAR Cup Series has done it at a recent course. Do they need to move the restart zone back a little bit? That way we don't have as much. It allows a little bit more of a spread with the cars coming into that turn.
They did move it back. That's a problem. At Portland, they
Oh,
moved they moved the restart zone back to like the apex of the last corner. So you have this big straight for everyone to just now be able to go, and they probably need to like move it up farther to
yeah,
where you can't have everybody fan out because they're coming like hell out of that corner going up at
right.
full speed into turn one. So I think they need to move it closer to the start finish line to slow the cars down possibly. But that I
Yeah,
feel
that
like
would make sense.
that chicane regardless you're still gonna have people dive bombing because it's just
especially when it's something that's overtime, you trying to get to it. You're like, hey,
Right.
techno wrecking, I gotta get it.
yeah.
Watkins Glen, that's the track I was thinking of. They moved the restart zone there.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, the Watkins Glen's a little bit it's built a little bit differently,
Hmm.
so it's not as bad as all the cars trying to funnel into
Right.
turn one at Portland. But like I said, Connor made a business decision, and I mean he went on and won the race. Should they do
Joe says,
Arca
should they
does?
do what Arca does and skip the chicane on the first lap and restarts? Hmm.
They the problem is if they did that, they'd have to move. They what about the what's the thing I was just talking about? The little maze they got to go through.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because basically when you blow turn one, you're gonna hit the barriers that are there. I like the
right.
idea. I do like the idea,
Just
but
gotta put there.
I just don't. I didn't watch the Arca race to see how they
Yeah,
handled that
definitely.
unless Arca didn't have the barriers there.
Right.
But speaking on your boy doing his thing again, wrong person, my
Wrong.
bad.
I mean, hey, they might as well be the same person the way they're
Right.
dominating.
They look. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, you're right. Both of them dominate. So I almost forgot which one it was.
Eighth win of the season, six out of the last seven. This car, this team, absolutely insane.
Hmm.
Like, and I'm a Connor Zilic fan, so I'm happy to see it. Like we were saying earlier, this kid is a prodigy. He is the next great household name, and Justin Marks has a star in his midst for next season, and I'm just happy
Oh
that
yeah,
Dale Jr. was able to get his hands on him for at least a year to try and help mold him.
100%.
So yeah,
On to Cup.
Honda Cup.
So Cup Series, we had now let's go back. We went to East, then went to West, back to the East,
Mhm.
back to Darlington. That Cup Series, no matter just the playoffs now, round of 16. Now I believe Kyle and I said we believe. I gotta find the clip, but who did you say? I know you wrote it down, Kyle. Who did you say? Because we was only off by one person.
Oh
I know
yeah,
you guys
yeah.
had
Go ahead and
Bowman.
tell me your first four.
My first four out are Bowman, Dillon, Barry, and Cindric. So right now I'm 3 for 4.
I said Dylan, Barry, Chastain, and I
And
think
SVG, I
Bowman.
think.
No, I
He
didn't. I
said
didn't. I didn't
Bowman.
say. No,
Oh,
I put SVG out.
that's who it was.
Me and
Yeah,
him
you
had the
did.
same person.
Yeah,
The only thing is we changed was he had Bowman, I had SVG.
yeah.
That's right.
I
Yep.
said SVG could get to the round of 8,
I think so
possibly.
too, because he's going to get through this round on points with his wins, and then he's going to win the Roval, and then that's where he's going to get eliminated at.
Yeah, that's what I see happening. That's what I see happening.
So we started out and we had issues early. I mean,
We did right away with
Issues
very
early.
own Wood Brothers Racing.
Yeah, you know what's fun?
Osberg.
You know what's funny, real quick, is when I went to the NASCAR Museum or Hall of Fame. Gotta throw that shameless plug in real quick. NASCAR, you wanna
No, do not get them no
hire me or
plugs. They owe
something?
me.
I'm
They
a,
owe me a daggone mug.
yes, y'all all owe Smack a mug. So hold on, real quick, Pav. I don't know if you saw last week that Smack had bought a mug
I
from.
did, yep, and
Yeah,
then it like broke or no, it wore
no,
off. That's what it was.
yeah,
The first rinse of me rinsing it to put coffee in it.
insane,
It literally just
insane.
peels off like you peeling off something off a car. Just like I'm like,
But so I was trying to tell you guys is since I went to the Hall of Fame yesterday, right? I told my father-in-law because they have an exhibit about the Wood Brothers 75th anniversary. So they have all their cars there. So they had Harrison Burton's car, right? And I was telling them like, oh, the Wood Brothers, they've been around for a long time. They have like
Invented some stuff.
the little run of like all the cars throughout history.
mhm.
They have Josh Berry's late model from when he used
Oh
to run with
wow.
Dale Jr. So I was like, oh, this guy Josh Berry, he's Dale Jr.'s friend. He, started off in iRacing,
Yep.
this stuff, and now he drives in the 21 car. So it's like when we have the race later tonight, I'll point him out to you.
Hell, that
I
man.
was like, he's a pretty decent driver.
Pretty easy to point him out.
Yeah,
Like, that's the guy you said?
yeah.
That
He was
guy?
like, that guy right there, that one. I was like, yeah, him, yeah.
Yep, that guy.
Oops.
Oh man, no. Well, for me, I'm a bigger Reddick fan than I am Josh Berry. For me,
Yeah.
I like Wood Brothers Racing, but Reddick is my boy, and so when I saw him clip Reddick, again, another car incident taking Reddick out in the last couple weeks,
I'm
my
telling
heart
you.
dropped.
Yeah.
I thought Reddick's race was going to be ruined. I was like, this is worst case scenario.
Yeah.
But then the race went on, and all was okay.
Yeah. That was a amazing performance after that happened. It just I don't even know what happened to Josh. He just lost it.
He did. Just
And
Yeah,
And
this car
credit,
snapped. Did you see that?
it was
It just
insane.
snapped on him.
And credit to the whole field because he only just touched Reddick and everybody else just avoided him.
That was the crazier part to me. I was like, how did nobody else
That could have been worse.
have contact with him? Because he kind of just found a gap, sliding backwards, and made it.
Yeah, I don't know. It was odd. I feel bad for him. Like I want to see him do well. And I felt bad for him. But I mean, other than that, we had I was gonna say Ryan Briscoe. I don't know why I was going IndyCar. Chase Briscoe. Chase Briscoe, fast early. Him
Oh
and
man,
and Bubba fast early. The Toyotas were just fast, and I was
Toyota in general just came. They showed up.
yeah.
I mean, you had Jay, like Matt said before we started, JHN, John Hunter Nemechek. He started what 30th? You said.
Yep, John Hunter started 30th, and then after stage 1, he's already up to 9th. He earned stage points.
Bad fast. Those legacy cars. I mean, granted, Toyota in general is just fast, but the legacy cars have been showing out, and it's good to see.
Well, in the John Hunter, that was a strategy call. I mean, everybody else two-stopped it, and they were like the only car that pulled the one stop off, and
Right.
we saw the track position it gained them.
Right.
I think as a track crew that messed it up for like people like Bubba and stuff like that.
Bubba was doing pretty good. I think he ran his tires off a little bit later, But
Hmm.
speaking of pit stops, Marty David, he had a question earlier. I was waiting until we got to this part. He said, "Do you think the single lug rims versus the old five lug have a lot less flex to them, causing the beads to fail more often on the right front?"
Mm,
Good question.
I don't have a mechanic background to answer that one.
Me neither. I know. I think it definitely affects the tire issues we see with the looseness,
Yep.
and how many wheels we've seen since they've falling off since they've moved to it. But
Right.
then Apex, we've talked about that, and that's also part of. There's more room for error because you're rushing, and it's just that
Yep.
one shot at it. So
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. I I think that I want to say there's less flex in the wheel, but the tire problems that we are seeing are because that single lug has that pin they were talking about. You have to get that lug nut over the pin for it to lock in the
Yeah.
place.
hmm
So it's just one of those things to where I like the center lug thing, but
Hmm.
I feel like if there was a way for them to incorporate these new wheels with the five lug, I think that would be a nice little um I would say
I miss
marrying.
the five lug sound of pit stops. Like I turned on an Xfinity race earlier this year, and I heard the pew 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 pew, and I was like, that was music to my ears compared to
Yeah,
the
You can. That's it.
yep, that's it.
yeah.
Pit stop over.
Hey, that just sounds like IMSA. Nah, I
Right.
understand that, Marty. I get what you're saying there. I just I don't know. I actually, you know what? I think I understand why they went with the center lug because when you look at it, center lug really only works with the Steelies. The Steely type rims like you have
Hmm.
for Cup, not for Cup, sorry, for Xfinity and for trucks. Because anywhere else in the world, you have these big wheels, whether it's a sports car or yeah, I guess sports car, open wheel, anything like that. They use the center lug. I
Right.
mean, I don't know.
I don't know. Dale Jr. was talking about it though, and you never see a car on the road with one lug. Like these are supposed to be stock cars. Give them the
That
five lug nuts.
that died a long time ago. That died with the car tomorrow. They try to bring it back. Um, the car before this one kind of got close back to having the that stock car feel.
Yeah.
But these cars right now, these aren't stock cars. Like I said before,
No.
these are GT3 or V8 supercars with a NASCAR body. And I, for one, I'm happy to see NASCAR get into the 21st century
Hmm.
when it comes to their innovation. But there has to be a way that you can come into the 21st century while still keeping that stock
Your
car
roots.
feel. You just got to
Yes.
Got you.
try and find that mold. And I feel like, I mean, going back to V8 supercars, I mean, I kind of feel like that's around the realm to I don't know if you can just buy one and like I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it. Because I talked about it yesterday with my father-in-law again at the museum to where the cars in the 70s, the Gen 2 cars, I guess you could say,
Hmm.
you could potentially go and buy a Charger from Dodge and turn it into a race car.
Yes.
You know what
It
I'm
was.
saying?
Yep.
Probably even the Gen 3 in the 80s. It was still
Hmm.
possible. The Gen 4s ain't no way in hell I'm gonna go and buy a Lumina from Chevy and turn that into a race car. We know that's not happening no more.
Right.
So this whole stock car thing, like, yes, the body might look like a stock car, but we know we're not there anymore.
That's fair.
But
That's totally fair.
this Gen 7 just got so far away from that now.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because I mean, and the thing about it is we saw this happening when NASCAR and IMSA decided to mold into each other.
Hmm.
And I mean, I don't know. Yeah, get rid of leaf springs, bring on, coilover shocks and stuff like that. But, you know, you got rid of H pattern. You got sequentials. You guys could have kept the H patterns. There's just things you could have done differently to try and mold that there and keep everybody happy. Rear diffusers. What cars do you have with rear diffusers? GT3 cars, yes, but cars on the street. That's the main issue right now with the next gen. Is
Hmm.
that rear diffuser is kicking off so much dirty air nobody can follow. As
Yep.
we know,
Yes.
we'll get to that part later, but that's been the main issue all season with this car is no one can follow. It's like
Yep.
F1 or like
Yes.
IndyCar. You're aero blocking people.
Correct.
Speaking about the issues that arose in Darlington, you had Bowman who had a pit issue. Was
That
it
was the
40 seconds?
longest pit stop I think I've seen in a hot minute.
That's bad because he is in the playoffs.
A
So
40-second pit stop. 40-second pit stop is insane.
And
They take
because it
about
was the air hose weren't connected. Like how do you know
no,
you're coming to pit and not have the air hoses
the
connected?
backup air hose wasn't connected.
too
No,
excited.
the main ones weren't connected. So the main problem is the main air
Oh,
hose weren't connected.
yeah.
They figured it out on the front side. They got it plugged in. On the back side, the guy tried giving him a thumbs up, but they'd already moved on to the backup air hose. So that was the main problem. Is the air hoses were fine. They just weren't. They were for some reason they weren't plugged in on
So
both sets.
so how did he loosen and tighten the right rear tire if it wasn't
So
connected?
so what they did is they finally connected them, and so that's what allowed them to do it. Because if you watch on that right front,
Uh-huh.
um, the first guy they don't get started either. Their air hose is also disconnected.
Right.
They get it connected. They get the communication. Hey, that was the problem. He goes, gets the tire off. The rear tire changers, they didn't get the message that hey, it's all connected and good now. So on the camera replay, you see like the pit advisor guy on the other side of the wall give a thumbs up like, hey, no, it's good now. Go over there. They don't get it. They're trying to fiddle with the backup one that's not plugged in. So then the front guy goes, he gets the rear off on the right side, and then by the time they get to the left side, they get the rear hose figured out.
Mm.
Oh, so the right front tire changer changed the right front, the left front, and the right rear.
Correct.
Oh man.
Yep.
See why it took that long.
Yes.
I would tell the rear tire changer, hey, you owe me dinner or something, bro.
And then I
Hey,
said, imagine if it come in and happened again that Rick Hendrick was going to have an aneurysm or something.
it's gonna be a bad day. Mr. H wouldn't have been happy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Then after Bowman, I mean, you had Briscoe. What he took stage one,
Yeah, he took stage one.
so
Yep.
you had that and host of our drama.
Oh, yeah. Stage two was rough for Carson. I feel bad for the Matt. How do you feel about Carson Ho so far?
I like Carson. I think he's a fun personality. Kind of what we were talking about Kimmy earlier. I think he's a rookie. Well, he's not a rookie anymore, but he's young.
Mhm.
I think that I don't know. I think everyone, if somebody were to say, "Hey, I'm going to teach this kid a lesson," and then actually did it, I think that would get a message across a lot louder than telling him and threatening him and then just letting him kind of go. Um, but I don't know. I think he's good for the sport. I think he's a lot like Joey Logano, Kyle Busch, those guys when they first came in, where they're just abrasive and they don't care. But I do root for him because he's a Michigan boy. He's only grew up about 30 minutes south of me, so
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair. Um, I wanted to compare. I don't want to belittle Carson Ho so far by comparing him to Joey Logano, but I will say,
Mind you, Joey Logano has how many championships?
that's right.
how many of those are real? Anyway, anyway, no, but
Oh
I feel like
man,
Carson Hocevar is kind of like how Ross Chastain was a
Yes.
couple
yes,
years ago, to where
get turned.
he was dishing it out, and when he got punched in the mouth, not literally, but you know what I mean, then he kind of like backed it down a little bit.
Right.
Trying to
Well, the
find
big
out.
thing was is he did it to a Hendrick car, and that's Mr. H called him out pretty much publicly, and that's when you kind of saw that loss of aggression a little bit from Ross.
Bec- oh yeah, true. Yeah, because I feel like anybody kind of eventually wants to drive for Hendrick.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
I feel like
especially when they're like your current team's like main team kind of thing. Like you're kind of a sub affiliate of them almost.
exactly. Yeah, Trackhouse is definitely a little branched off of Hendrick,
I
and
saw a
I feel
social
like
media tag.
everybody. What's up?
I saw a social media tag. I don't know how real it is, where somebody was saying that. I don't know if they was hinting to the fact that I didn't hear the audio, but somebody said I don't care who he can drives for, and I don't know if that was they were trying to say Hosevar said that when he had an
I'm pretty
issue.
sure. I'm pretty sure he might have said that because. So I mean, you saw what happened with that, Matt? The whole Elliot.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so the way it started was, um, Carson tried to use. I can't remember who the car was, but Carson tried to use a car as a pick,
Okay.
right? And Chase had a crazy run, trying to pass them both, and Carson kind of left just a tiny little gap open, and Chase is like, "You left that door open. I need to get past y'all. We're gonna try and touch him. I'm gonna get
Right.
into that gap, right?" So that's kind of how that started, and Elliott, I guess he had asserted himself into that spot, right? And then eventually, but he wasn't, I guess, able to fully get the pass done. But then I want to say like a lap or two later, Elliott was able to get, I want to say, on the outside of Carson, and then Elliott used another car as a pick.
Mm-hmm.
And then Carson tried to, I guess, come up into him, and he doored Chase, but then he went off worse
Yeah.
because he doored Chase and he got loose and almost spun out. So I don't know. I also going back to people calling out Carson, calling out Ross. I don't know if you guys get this feeling being NASCAR fans, but I feel like everybody has an eye on that 48 car. They're waiting
Yeah.
for Bowman to get released
Well,
to
my
fill
Do
that
you think
seat.
it's gonna happen?
I think Hocevar is actually being groomed for the 48 car
I feel like
personally,
So
because
where does
earlier this
Bowman go?
year
Because Bowman still he gets wins.
that
So
that's that's his
he doesn't
only
get
thing right
wins.
now is keeping him.
He gets consistent finishes.
Yeah.
But so like earlier this year, as the Coke 600, Jeff Gordon was on broadcast and he was praising Hocevar
Mm-hmm.
like more than normal. And then a few weeks later, it was somebody else for Hendrick that stopped by while Carson was doing an interview and like congratulated him and like went out of his way to speak to him.
it's definitely
And so to,
it's not they're not hiding it.
right, to me, it's like that they're grooming him for it. You look at Hocevar. You asked me how felt about him. You look at what he's driving, how he's driving versus teammates, and he's just night and day different. Like
Oh, he's dominating them.
I'd have to think if I'm Mr. H and Jeff Gordon at Hendrick, what would he do in my equipment?
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of the question I would be having, because we've seen what Alex Bowman can do. He can get consistent top 10 finishes. He'll win here and there. Hocevar's almost won in that track house, not track house.
Spire.
Spire equipment. Imagine what he could do with the big dogs. And so to
Mm-hmm.
me, I think out of anybody, I would see Hocevar going to the 48 before anybody else.
Yeah. Totally 100% agree with that. I definitely see that coming because Larson's not leaving. Byron's sure as hell not leaving, and Elliott's not
No.
leaving.
Correct.
There's those three. Bowman is the odd man out at Hendrick.
And he's the black sheep there too. He doesn't fit in with the personality wise.
The other three are just. I mean, they're all different person. It's weird because they're all kind of boring people to begin with, but for some reason, he
Carson
just
and Elliott
seems
to
to
me
be.
are the same person.
No, I wouldn't say
100%.
Chase and
What's
Kyle
that?
are the same.
No, I'm saying as in like they race and that's it.
Fair.
Not saying
Okay.
in everything because Larson has done some things. So what I'm saying is like just in racing, they're going to get, you know what I'm saying? They're going to do their job.
They don't care about the extra pizzazz. They don't want the camera on them. They're just there to race.
Willie V's the youngest, so it's like, he's different, but they're not like, if you put all of them they're over here.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think Hocevar fits that same personality, except he's a little bit rougher on the edges because you watch him or like keep up with him. He eats, sleeps, and breathes racing. He's iRacing. He's
on iRacing, yeah.
Or he's going to the tracks and watching the trucks race and the Xfinity race, just in the stands as a fan. Like, I think he would fit in well there. I think it would be helpful to have a guy like Jeff Gordon help him be like, hey, we don't put up with this. Like, their Spire, they might have allowed that stuff, but we have run a little bit different ship here, and I think that could get him on the right path.
Yeah. Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Championship mindset.
Hmm?
Championship mindset.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing.
Like if you go to the Patriots, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you do, the Dallas Cowboys, you can't do with the Patriots.
It's one of those things that with, like I said, the other three, you have two champions and a Daytona 500 two-time winner. Bowman hasn't done. He sat on poles.
Right. He's made the playoffs, but
He's won the street courses.
Right.
I mean, yeah, Chase in the 6th gen was about to break the record like SVG's about to right now. Chase was on the SVG type run before they changed the car. So you can't say, Bowman was winning. I mean, he run a couple road courses, but he's still not the best on his team.
Right.
He's not the best.
So he lucked into that one, I think, in 2024, then SVG was going to win until he got taken out.
Yeah, and he got annihilated in the rain.
Yeah.
Speaking on after that, Briscoe, I believe the Blaney was doing stage 2, right?
Yes. It was. Yes.
Blaney, the winner for the Daytona 500 last week. He checks up because Busch gets loose. RCR, he's stuck in the RCR sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
And Dylan doesn't have enough time to check up too. Catches Blaney, but Blaney is a great, like the announcers was talking about it. He's a driver. If he didn't let go of his brakes and let the tire start rotating so the car can rotate the other way, he probably would have smacked the wall on the side and been out of the race.
Did you?
But
I
they,
couldn't believe that save. I mean, he came like a foot away from that
yeah, they
wall. I
said
just
by
Yeah,
kept
great
him
thinking,
save.
letting go of the brakes, it let the car rotate so it can
man,
Yeah,
basically swipe it.
it's a
you know,
great save. Not gonna lie,
high IQ in a high pressure moment.
I practice that kind of stuff in iRacing.
Hey, I
Not gonna
will
lie,
say
I've
like,
been practicing that shit a lot.
hey,
I'm not gonna
Blaney is a like I don't know. It's just like he always, even though to me, he's not underrated. I think they give him
Oh
his
no,
flowers, but he's
he's great.
always surprising of like how good he is.
Yeah,
Right. Well, it's because it's so inconsistent with Blaney, and
Yes,
so
he's
when he
had
finally shows
DNFs.
up, you're like, oh crap, he didn't have a
There
DNF
he
at lap
goes.
50.
Yeah.
he's like Kyle Larson.
Yeah, he's checkers or wreckers.
Exactly, he's
Hey.
like Kyle Larson.
Yes.
So yeah, no, that was definitely a great save by him. That Lenny's one of my guys. So,
Hmm.
but it's unfortunate because even though that happened, I think he still had a bad finish because he had I think this is a little bit of damage from that.
Yes.
Yep.
It messed up his car enough to hurt the aero balance.
That lets you like just how like we were saying with Formula One. Like even though these cars are tanks, that little part. Speaking on Seabell, he had the issue.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That goes back from the heart, the
A host of our drama.
Hocevar drama because after Hocevar, when he hit Elliott and then he spun out by himself after that, and then he got hit in the pits by or hit Seabell.
Yeah.
Who do you guys think's
Yes.
at fault there? Do you think that's a Seabell or a Hocevar thing?
Uh,
I don't want to say it, but I think Seabell.
what is it?
So I think it's Seabell as well because I mean earlier on with the Blaney one,
Yeah.
Steve Letarte was on saying that the car pulling in has the right of way,
Yeah.
and so Hocevar was the car pulling in, so Seabell was the one at fault in my opinion.
So Steve Bell or Seabell's team?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, it would depend.
Because
I'd have
Now
to
you
watch
done
to
got
see when they
now.
told him to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. I will have to.
exactly because
Yeah.
they tell him I don't know they say go on the jack or you have your crew member say go like
Right,
he's gonna go when they tell him to go and they're gonna NHRA right out of there.
right.
So
Yeah, I guess he might not be at fault, but the 20 team might be at fault.
yeah,
What I
regardless.
what I take issue with is after he did do an interview where he said that like, he was basically mad at Hocevar for the incident, and to me that was like that wasn't really Hocevar's fault there.
No, no, it wasn't. Like you said, the car going to the pit stall has a right of way. You need to wait.
Right,
That's like that in all series. That's like that in
right.
F1. It's in F1 they call it unsafe release.
Hmm.
That's what Seatbelt did. He had an unsafe release,
Right.
and that usually gets penalized in F1. NASCAR, a little bit different, but regardless, even I think M's the same thing. Unsafe release. The car going to pits has a right of way. Period.
Right.
Yeah, and of course, it's the thing. You're not trying to lose too many spots. You're trying to be fast, proficient, and you're trying to get back out on it and not lose too many spots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think you have all that in play. These type of things going to happen. Unfortunately for C Bell, to me, he's had a quiet. Not, I think he can do better than what he's been doing. Obviously, C Bell's a guy that he's also a guy that you don't hear about. He just goes out there and race.
Right.
Yeah. He's beginning to get a little personality on him the more he's winning.
Yes, that is
Kind
true.
of. Kind of.
Yeah,
His
kind of.
struggles,
But
his struggles are interesting because they trace back to the change of a spotter. He won the All Star race. They fired their spotter tab for some off track stuff.
Oh.
And ever since then, he's been on a different spotter.
Oh. I did not know that.
Yeah, so
Oh
Tab
wow.
he tweeted some stuff. It was during like after Mexico, and so I'm pretty sure it was Mexico. And so when they came back,
Oh.
they after the All Star race, that was his last race with Seabell, which he won. And then
Yeah.
since then, that team has not looked the same.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I remember seeing that tweet. That was not a
Hmm.
not a good look.
No, not at all.
Not a good look at all. Speaking of that, I was happy when Carson Hocevar apologized. He's like, "Yeah, I was an idiot." I'm like, "Yes, you were."
And that's why I like Carson because I feel like he's young, but he's willing to take accountability, and he's not like the type of a Tony Stewart who's like, I don't give an F. Like I'll do what I want.
Yeah.
I'll say what I want.
Yeah. Yeah. But
after going into stage 3,
mhm. Yeah.
unfortunately, Legacy Motorsports, shout out to them. They were definitely fast on the track, but they also showed, early, they still let them know that, that unfortunately someone had, I believe it was a state trooper from South Carolina lost their life.
Oh,
Line of
you
duty.
talking about the pit crew member from Legacy?
The pit crew and the it was a state trooper that lost their life. I think a South Carolina state trooper lost their life in line of duty. So they showed both cars had something memorabilia to
Oh man, I missed that.
commemorate both of those, and I think that's always dope when you do that.
Yeah,
Make
it's a
you
classic,
like
classic by a
yeah.
class team.
So and they actually showed out. Definitely to the finish. I definitely was okay if Eric Jones had won the race.
I saw a scenario where Reddick takes on Briscoe and Jones did win the race. I kind of saw that coming, especially that last lap lunge by Reddick.
Yeah, I definitely like Reddick messed. I just think maybe it's the damage he had on the left side. Could have been that. You know what I'm saying? That big black rim on the side, and definitely think that
from stage one. Yeah.
Yeah, so that could have had definitely. I mean, you have to basically say that because the way the cars are made and the
Can
aerodynamics you were talking about
can
earlier.
we pour? I don't want to mess up my electronics, so I'm not actually gonna do it. But can we pour one out for Tyler Reddick? Because this is, I want to say, the third or fourth time I've seen this man fighting for his life at Darlington with and for second place.
No, I'm
You
just gonna
know,
say it. If he cut the mullet, he probably would have won. It would have
the
taken off
mullet
a
is
few
weird.
extra, cut off a couple grams. He would have been faster.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I said to Smack last week, I'm like, I am shocked that Alexa is letting that happen. What? I've never seen no black girl let their men have a mullet.
Hey, you know what?
What's
She
going
said
on
she
here
love her
now?
man. Shout out
I
to
was
Alexa.
so
She
confused.
love her man.
What gets me is, so like, you saw Bubba earlier. He did the stash because he was trying to try something different, get some different juju.
Amanda
As
said
soon as
nah.
he shaved it,
I
he
was
won like a
glad.
couple weeks
I
later.
was
Yep.
glad he was done with that.
Yep.
daggone
I
stash.
think Reddick needs to take a playbook. Be like, hey man, I haven't won all year. As the defending season champion, I need to shave the mullet. I bet y'all win.
Let's get the mullet gone.
Yeah, I definitely want to
Get
see
the mullet
Reddick
gone.
take a checker before the season is over with.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
He's right there. He's always had issues. Denny Hamlin had issues and ended up finishing what, sixth? No,
Yep.
seventh. He finished seventh.
I'm sad. Sadly, we don't go to Miami for him in this playoffs run. So
Really? Oh man,
no
that's what I'm happy
Miami.
for next year. We're gonna go back to Miami
Yeah,
for
we'll
the
go back to Miami
finale.
for the final.
Oh yeah.
They still need to add the 2 extra races, like we said before.
Yes.
But
Reddick tried, and good thing he didn't. Him being the class act driver he is, he could have took him and Chase out because there's no way he was making that and not taking both of them out. Because he would have collected Chase and it probably would have messed him up even more, and Eric Jones would have took the win. But we have Chase Briscoe doing the double time and winning again.
Dominate.
Absolutely not. Over 300 laps led, which he only didn't lead on the pit cycles. And then as soon as the pit cycles out,
309 laps.
He was there. He was back in the lead every pit cycle.
And of course, he had Brooks, I believe his name is. His son was right there. They said, Brooks,
oh yeah,
he promised that they were going to victory lane.
Yeah,
they went to victory lane, and he said, "What you gonna do now? I'm gonna burn it down." I said,
yeah.
Hey,
what else can you ask for?
That kid knows.
That kid's living a life. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what did you do? You go to daycare. What did you do doing? I burnt it down at Darlington. Like that. You like,
I've been.
Well, and what's crazy is he was able to hold on. He had the voltage issues too, so like,
yeah,
it seemed like that was going to be an issue. But he did most of that race with no cool fan. I mean, no cool suit, no driver helmet fan. Like that was he put out in the longest race of the year. He mentally and physically even.
Yeah, man.
the black and orange.
He's in shape.
Scheme, but hey, it's not my favorite scheme that he won in. But
that's all right. I like his traditional what's it called, Bass Pro paint scheme. But
I like the black and orange.
I wanted to say something I did notice. That 19 car is always strong at Darlington.
Yes.
It's like Briscoe is picking up right where Truex left off, and it's good to see. There's no downtime.
That broke, don't fix it.
And it's funny because they replaced one Australian crew chief with another, and the car is still picking right up where it left off.
Yep.
Maybe
Toyota in general, I mean, shout out to them for 6 of the top 10. I mean, from the time that race went green, Toyota was in control. It seemed like there was Toyota guys top 5 at one point, all Toyota.
Yep.
For a minute there in stage 1, I mean, we did have playoff drivers. The top 10 were all playoff drivers, which caught me by surprise. But then as the race went on, it really did go Toyota's way. Like, I don't know what it is they have there that the other teams don't. Like the Fords on drafting tracks, they have that advantage. Toyotas at Darlington seem to have an advantage.
Yeah. Darlington is done. Or to the next one. What we got next weekend?
Next
Next
weekend,
weekend, what do we have? Oh, what? My mouse is not turning on. There
we're
we
at
go.
Worldwide Technology
Gateway.
Gateway.
Yeah, we got Gateway next
What
week.
do you think about? What do you think is going to happen there?
um,
I don't have my pick for that one yet.
so Chase has already moved on. Um, Gateway, it's gonna be an interesting one because it's kind of a crapshoot. I'm not saying a crapshoot there, but Cindric has won there before. Chastain's been strong there before. Hamlin's been strong there before. Reddick has been good.
I have some bad news for you here, Apex.
Uh-oh.
Mhm.
Joey Logano is average finish at Gateway in the next gen car is third. The next closest is Austin Cindric with 8.3.
Looks like Penske might be taking that one. Good for them.
They are top two. Next on there would be Kyle Larson with an 8.7.
That doesn't make me feel any better. Let's just we'll see. Hopefully, Blaney will take it, but I don't know. I can't say who's gonna take it. And the thing about it is, right now we're looking at the points, the playoff points, right?
Mhm.
Um, Bowman and Barry did have bad races, but they're only 19 points behind the
Yeah.
cut line. They're not even that far back.
Right.
So we could still have some pretty between, barring any big like issues. 9 to 16th is still pretty close. You
Oh
got
yeah.
Cendric 12 above the line, Bell 11 above the line, Elliott 9 above the line, SVG 3 above the line, and then you got Logano 3 below, Dylan 8 below, and then Bowman and Barry 19.
Yep.
So the playoffs there's still a lot to play for.
What Bowman and Barry just cannot afford to happen is another race like today. I mean,
Yes.
like yesterday, because if
They
that
cannot.
happens, they can just go ahead and pack their bags. Don't even show up to the next couple playoff races.
They just be racing the race.
I
Right.
They get their little check. They'll
Unless
get
they
a check.
win, I will say unless they win, there is always that option.
Yeah, right
Yeah,
now
you gotta win. They got because no more pointing in this show.
Right.
Denny is looking pretty good right now going into the next race. He's 43 above the line.
As long as Denny doesn't have the issues that he's now, granted, Toyota was still able to perform, but what if it's a track that Toyota doesn't perform well at, and he has
Denny runs
issues?
strong there though. He's
He
traditionally
does.
strong at
His
Gateway.
his average finish is 12.7, but in 2022 he finished 34th, so it sounded like there was some kind of wreck. Outside of that, he
2022,
finished second and second.
I think 2022 is when he got into it with Chastain.
Yep. So 2022 he finished 34th. 2023 he finished second, and then 24 he finished second.
Yeah, see, so other than Chastain messing up his average, Denny's pretty strong at Gateway.
Yep. That
So,
was the whole Chastain incident where he actually got fined and everything, right?
hmm
Yes.
Yep.
yep, they went to blows that one.
Yeah, and then he came on his podcast and said some things, and then
Yeah.
that's ultimately what got him, I think.
I remember that one very
Yeah.
vividly. That was wild.
So I think,
Um,
with that, then he's probably, could Denny be on pole again?
you said can he be on pole? I mean, yeah, he could be on pole. I mean, like we said, he's proven to be pretty strong already. So I mean, I'm curious to see what'll get going on there. So next week, yeah, next week I think all three series are racing because
Yes.
the playoffs start for Xfinity. No, trucks are off.
Trucks are off until
Oh.
Bristol.
Trucks are off. So it's gonna be round one for
Yeah.
Xfinity and round two for Cup.
So
Yep.
I look forward to, like I said, of course, I'm going my 2311. It's either Bubba or Reddick, 23 or 45. If they don't take the checker and I go with statistics and the stats, my pick is Logano or Larson to win.
I'm gonna
Off of stats, not who I would.
see Logano or Larson. Okay, if we're doing that, I mean, I'm always rooting for Chase Elliott or Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick. Those are always my top three. I want those three to win no matter what. If it's not that, I mean, like I said, I love Blaney too, so I'm gonna go with that as well. But statistically speaking, um, I'd say Hamlin or Blaney.
Okay. My heart is telling me, I'm like Smack 2311. Give me some Bubba or Sir Tyler Reddick. But my head is telling me it's going to be Team Penske, and I would see it being either Logano or Blaney. I really do. I don't think they're going to give Austin Cindric the same love. I think he's the odd man out there.
Yeah,
Um,
especially now that his dad left the company.
I also have Austin Cindric as first out this first round, so a little bit of
Yeah.
bias there. But
I always have him out, but he always ends up. So I never try to count him out no more because he's for some reason always when I don't want him to win the race and I think somebody else is going to win, he wins.
And hasn't he won his race 2 years in a row, or just won it just last year?
Cindric just won it last year. He finished 11th and 13th the prior 2 years.
Okay, okay. And I think was it on fuel economy last year, or he just won like off of speed.
Good
Can't
question.
remember because these races aren't like, I'm not saying they're a snooze fest, but they're not very memorable. Like, it's good, but it's not like sticks in your mind.
So in
That's what comes. That's
2024, it looks like he probably won it off speed. So they break it up through four sections of the race. So section one laps 1 through 60, he was fourth in speed. Section 2, he was ninth. In section 3, he was first, and in section 4, he was fifth. So he was the fastest car on the track. He averaged 4.75.
Okay, so yes, I guess it was off speed. Okay, I don't know if he'll be able to. I mean, it's the same cars last year, probably bringing it back, but I don't. I feel like the field can probably catch up with him. So,
Yeah.
but I think if I remember correctly, I think Blaney was quick last year, and he had a dumb issue that took him out.
Blaney was quick. He was running. His speed rankings were 3rd, 11th, 2nd, and 9th, but he ended up finishing 24th. He was the 3rd fastest car that day.
So he had an issue. I don't remember what the issue was, but yes.
Yep.
Okay,
but
so
Blaine, hey, like we said, Blaney's that guy that will surprise you because he's been doing not so good, and all of a sudden he shows up again. Like, here I am again. Don't forget me.
Yep.
So-
Ryan Blaney is my championship pick. I think it's not an even year for Joey Logano, and so Penske, with how this lineup is,
I can see that.
lineup of tracks, I think it's going to be Blaney.
I can see that.
that's fair. I don't even know who my championship pick is.
I mean, I'm going to say who I want it to be, and I'm not going to pick Bubba this year. I'm going to pick Hamlin.
I would love that.
I think a lot of people would.
I just want to get it done.
Just
get it over with.
Right, just get over. Just let it happen already.
Let him go out to the sunset. You know, he raced maybe 2 more years. Then keep his owner's hat on full time. I'm cool with that. Let Hamlin get this out the way so we can get away from that, and let's focus on the young guns.
Yes,
that's all I want. I just want him to get it so we can buy. Right, cool, he's done it. There's nothing else you could talk about the man. You just don't like him as a person. Cool.
Most popular driver. That's his next thing to get.
That's not happening.
Definitely not as long as Napa number 9 is.
Yeah.
Emma Larson, they gotta leave first.
That's not going to happen for a hot minute. Even after Chase, or if Chase were to leave, Hamlin's not getting it.
No,
but hate that man.
I don't know who they would give it to if Chase.
What happened?
Who else could beat popular driver?
I could see Noah Gragson. He seems to be pretty popular on Twitter and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, Noah Gragson, from what they say, is a good time.
Noah Gragson. I mean, eventually, I think Carson could become a darling, especially if he goes to Hendrick.
Oh yeah, and if he kind of cleans up the rougher edges
just
a little bit.
That? But like, do you want? I like Carson for who he is. Granted, should it be rough around the edge? You got to polish him off, cut off the bad parts. But I don't want it to change him.
Right, like it changed Ross.
I do not like this Ross Chastain.
Yep.
I need him to be the guy that you got to worry about on the track.
Yes.
I'm indifferent about Ross.
I didn't like what he's done to people, but like I said, I put it back. I compare it back to basketball. I love the rivalries. Like, you go play that team. They might foul hard, but it's going to be right there on the line.
Right.
I need that. That's what I want.
Yep.
Right.
My thing with Ross is I've literally lost a lot of respect for him this year because of the Hocevar thing. Because he went and talked to Hocevar, and then how many times have we seen him this year just kind of be a homing missile on other people and doing the same thing he talked to Hocevar about?
Maybe look like, hey, we don't know about closed doors. Him and Hocevar might be real tight.
True. That's true. I mean, he was his mentor growing up with Nice.
So it could be like, he didn't probably had his outings with him already, and
that's true. That was his mentor at Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yes, they have to be tight.
Yeah, he got a soft spot for him, which I respect, but at the same time, hey, what they used to say, he's the youngest of the bunch, but hey, they're like, oh, there's an issue with a child. Why? Because I have to keep telling them. What they say, You have to. The problem is you keep telling them. Eventually, there's got to be some action behind it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh yeah, empty threats until yeah, I get what you mean.
you got to. Hey, you got because if I think that you BSing, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? I'm just get a quick little talking to next.
Right.
So
Until somebody actually does it.
so with Gateway, we had 9 playoff drivers with issues in this last race out of the 16. Do you think we could have more playoff kerfluffle
I think so.
coming up this next one?
I don't see how we don't. This is
What's
kind of
on the
this.
line?
It's a system that they've designed with the playoffs. It's what they want.
But those were more so it wasn't entanglements like people running into each other like short track, chaos.
Yeah.
This was people just literally just having issues with their cars,
That's true.
you know. So I mean, but the thing is, we could actually have where people are running into each other. This doesn't really happen much at Gateway. The end of
Right.
the end of the round one though at Bristol, we're gonna be a no holds bar. That's for damn
Hey,
sure.
checking or wrecking.
But
Get
this
ready.
week coming at Gateway, it's hard to read that track. It's very hard to read that track. I don't know. I can't say who's gonna be strong. I can't tell you what's gonna happen. It's just, I'm just as curious as everybody else what's gonna happen coming up.
Yep.
So
Bell blew up. It looked like last year. A couple people did.
mm,
So hopefully they got those issues fixed because they didn't. Then
we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see.
well,
But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. Next week we got F1 at Monza, and we got Cups and Xfinity at Gateway. That's really
Gateway.
it. IndyCar season is over. And we already know who won the championship there. So,
that's
oh, Joseph Newgarden got his final win. Yay. Anyway,
he said they slammed.
let's see. I don't. It's just like I don't like Logano. I don't like Newgarden, so I'll give a damn. Anyway, no. So yeah, next we got 3 races to keep up with. So should be an interesting slate.
Definitely should be an interesting slate. I want to
Mm-hmm.
thank Matt, aka Path Attack Gamer. Hopefully he joins us again.
Yes,
Definitely appreciate your
Yeah. Thanks for
insight.
having me, guys. It was a lot of fun.
Man.
great
Definitely
having you,
appreciate it.
bro.
Definitely what's fun.
Next time I won't do it at the end of an 8-hour stream myself. So.
Oh, that's
You did
right.
8
Yeah, bro,
hours.
you must be
Oh
tired.
yeah, I did. I am exhausted,
So
boys.
make sure
Woo.
y'all follow him on is it your
On
social
Twitch.
on,
Yeah,
on
just
everything's
Habitat
Path Attack?
Gaming. Yep.
Make sure y'all follow him. Of course, follow Apex Hunting. Y'all follow these two. If y'all rock with me, rock with them. Make sure wherever social y'all see them on, make sure y'all shout them out. Make sure y'all hashtag the corner entry. We should be live again. I would think Monday or something, but just check out for the socials for when we go live to speak on this upcoming week's races and
Yeah.
how the playoffs are going to pan out.
Just look out for us on Sundays or Mondays. It all depends
Yeah.
on how the races go and if we can watch, because we got some busy lives. So not to put
Life
you
be
behind a
life.
curtain, like life be life. Put y'all behind a curtain. Sometimes we don't watch these races live. We got to record them and
We
watch them
did,
later.
yeah.
And then get him ruined by
I ain't
Smack.
gonna even lie. If I didn't go to sleep, if it wasn't for Kyle, hit me up. Like I was gonna hit Kyle up, but I was like, yo, if you up to do it, I'm gonna do it. But when I was popping daggone cough drops during the podcast tonight, and when I mean to tell you, I have a headache. I do not feel well.
Well,
Hopefully, I'm gonna take some medicine. Hopefully, I feel better before work in the morning.
hopefully you do, bro.
Hopefully, Smack.
Yeah,
Hopefully, but
but
definitely
yeah,
shout out to y'all. Make sure we have another Fox Techo race esports for my boy Apex Hunting. Make sure y'all watch him on Tuesday, and it's also is it Champ Car on Wednesday or no?
not this week. No Champ Car this week. Just Fox Tech tomorrow. So I will be streaming tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern for Fox Tech round 5 at Watkins Glen. Had a really strong run last week. Ran P10 out of 40, so was happy about that at Monza. So Watkins Glen is one of my favorite tracks, so hoping for a really good showing there. Yeah, fun league. Looking forward to it. But yeah, other than that, I think probably we'll stream. Oh,
I was wondering if you were gonna mention it.
yeah. Yeah. So other than the Tuesday stream, Saturday we got a big stream. We got a big team race. Dry Trainer Motorsport coming out in numbers. We got 3 teams running this
Oh,
week, this
snap, I
weekend.
forgot about that.
Yeah, the Indy 6 hour this weekend. We
And we
got
spoke.
DTM Green, DTM Black, and DTM White, our rookie team, all running the Indy 6 hour. I'll be streaming from my point of view, 8 o'clock in the morning Saturday. Pav Attack, Matt, he will be streaming. What
8
time you do?
o'clock Saturday.
Yep, 8 o'clock Saturday, and we'll
8 a.m.
try and
Eastern.
yeah, Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern. We will be keeping you guys up to date on how our teams do. Tune into the
Have you on the green
streams.
team?
Team White,
Team White.
yeah,
How many
they
people run the team? What?
3.
3, right? Yeah.
Was it
We'll have 3 on our
you?
team. Me, Nick, and Josh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Those is green.
Els is green. Els is running with Bowie and maybe Mitch. And then for me, it will be me and Miles, and maybe a surprise driver. I still need to talk to the surprise driver to see if he's available.
This is gonna be interesting. I
So
just know
we will see.
busy
Huh?
weekend. I got a busy weekend. Friday, I won't make the Pro Box live. I was supposed to go to that, but I won't be making that. No Excuse Promotions is doing a Pro Box live event in DC. I won't make, but I will be doing live reactions on TikTok. So I have that. Then I have an event I have to go to at noon on Saturday. But that morning I'll be up watching all 3 of y'all races.
We're gonna need Super Spotter Smack's help. And Marty David Sims said, "Go Team White."
Hey, shout out to that.
Yeah. This is gonna be our first run with a third team, a rookie team. So
Too
I am
bad I
excited
could
to
not make
see.
this one because I just got my cast cut off on Friday. So
Yeah.
I will be back to racing this week though.
Well,
Cool,
good.
let's go.
Glad to see
I'm
that.
definitely happy about that. Back to being on the rookie squad, trying to get my rank up. So
Yeah.
finally be out of the cast.
No, we're gonna need the super spotter smack. But I'm looking forward to seeing what Team White can do. I'm excited for the potential we have with this team because Matt, Josh, and Nick have trained very hard, and like Matt said, 7 hour stream today to try and get that license up.
It's 0.05 away, baby. I
Yo,
can't believe
killing
it.
it. I'm happy for
Finish it
you.
off with a win though, a little Shane Van Gisbergen style with like a 7-second lead.
Love to see the grind there. So, yeah, all 3 teams. It'd be great if we all were all in the same split, but I know that's not gonna be possible. So you just gotta basically just support each other the best way we can, and looking forward to this weekend. It's gonna be a fun time.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will be the end of our episode 10, the Corner Entry Podcast. It's yours truly, Mr. Smack Like That, Apex Hunting Cow Robinson, and Matt, aka Pav Attack Gaming. Make sure y'all follow them, subscribe to their channels, and we will catch y'all next time.
Peace, everybody.
See y'all.